Did I last time ask you guys if you knew how many board games I played? Did we go over that?
We weren't into board games back then, so I don't think we did. But
I think we
now,
spoke about anime mainly.
If
back
we
then.
did, the number's gone up.
yeah, because I'm.
what's it at
Can we
now?
guess? Can we get the coffee, Kai?
I would like you to guess. I'll pull it up.
All right. That you've okay. So are these board games that you've played till completion?
Yeah.
To completion.
completion.
I don't count jack off unless you don't jack off completion. It just wouldn't count. It wouldn't feel right.
No, I just set it up, looked at it, and put it back.
I don't know if you edge with board games or not.
I'd say.
I have the total right here.
I think. Oh, you guys go
Let's
first.
see
You
whoever's
guys go.
closest will win the prize.
I don't even know what a lot of board games is.
What's the prize?
He'll decide. He'll decide. In a minute. Okay, okay. You know, you go. You guys go because I feel like I have a number in my mind.
God, I have no clue.
How many board games do you think I've played in my life?
In your life?
Sure.
70?
70?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your guess?
I was gonna say way more than. I was gonna say
really?
like 200.
Okay.
I'd say I think about 1,000.
2,125.
What the fuck?
I was gonna say 2,000 initially, but you guys were in so low. I was like, wow, I look like a crazy person.
I was gonna say 500, but then he says 70. I was like, oh fuck.
I
Damn it, I should have gone first.
I think
have
70 is what I played like a month.
I have no bearings about how many board games there are.
And board games are long.
There are a lot. There's like thousands and thousands.
Oh yeah, we had a discussion. We were like, what is the most complicated board game? We were trying to find out what it.
What's the most complicated board game you've played? Would you?
Yeah,
Would you
because the internet was telling us some 1980s paper thing. We have to like peel out a bunch of stuff to play real like.
in your opinion, what is the most complicated board game you've played?
That would be something like, this isn't the most, but like Through the Ages is very a lot.
Right.
Kai, bring it up.
Yeah. What are some other ones that are like?
But the
You
real
know, honestly, one I don't like is Mage Knight. Mage Knight is too fiddly for me.
Mage Knight.
Oh yeah.
the
So
ages.
for reference,
4.44.
can the audience see this screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
4.44 out of
That's
5
crazy.
is extremely high.
Yeah.
And usually anything that's 4 to 5 on Board Game Geek, honestly, kind of even for me, I'm like, ugh. It's like a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Right. So what'd you do in this game?
It's like Civ. It's like
Yeah, I
you're
was about to say,
basically
it's
you
like-
play through like the eras.
All
and
of
stuff.
the complicated games seem
it's
to be-
a good game.
yeah.
Like I've played.
Holy fuck.
I have played. Oh, that isn't even not even that bad. I've played this and the original version.
Right.
And it's a fun game once you like know the rules, but it is a lot to learn. And so you know, I like games like this, but these are usually the games that eventually will leave my collection because you can only play these kinds of games with certain people.
Yeah.
Most people do not want to sit for 2 hours.
This does seem like a very specific type of personality where they're like,
Exactly.
yes, I want to keep
I
track of all
basically
this.
have my friends in tiers of like board game, what they can handle. Right. So like some people can fuck with anything.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're like any game, doesn't matter if it's 1 out of 5, 5 out of 5.
We'll do it.
Complexity, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Some people are like, this is their worst nightmare, which I understand.
I think this is Joey. This should. This should
It
You think you'd
depends,
like
I
this?
think. Yeah, because like I don't mind complicated board games as
Yeah.
long as like I'm into the theme
Yeah,
of it.
yeah,
You know, it's like and I can like,
I
actually
think
put it myself.
this
into
is
it.
a game where I would require a Sungwon. I need I need someone who's played it. Like
Yeah.
I just think like I would not want to read this rule book on my own.
Yeah, so this one's intense. Pull up Mage Knight.
Mage Knight.
Mage Knight is a type of game I don't like because it's very complex, but it's very fiddly in like the ones that drive me crazy. So it's like 4.37 also very high.
God.
It's a game that you know you're going through and you're exploring like a grid and shit. Oh my god! That's just all the cards laid out. It's not. You don't play it like
Yeah, I
that.
just play the spy with like that too.
Oh, it's got the.
It's like a hex grid thing, and you go out and. It's not a bad game. Like the combat's not bad, but it has all this shit. I remember like, if you're in a forest, then you do it this way. But if there's an archer, you do it this way.
Right.
And there's so many little intricacies like that.
Right.
Whereas, you know, if this is like the one game you play this like every weekend with your buddies, like, you know, you've played 100 times.
probably
That's
good,
the
yeah.
kind of game that, you know, it can be rewarding.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm playing it like once and I'm like, I never want to play this again because it's way too much. Shit, my biggest gripe is like, oh, fuck, what's it in the rule book? Oh, okay. Oh, wait, what is it? Yeah, like having to look up
having to
rule
keep going back.
clarifications.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pain in the ass. So for me, honestly, 2 to 3 is like the perfect range. I think 2 to 3 is like anyone can play it, and it still is like a substantial experience.
Yeah.
1 to 2 is like party games, which are fun, but you know, it's party games, right?
Yeah.
2 to 3 is meaty, but you don't need to spend 2 hours to learn.
Right.
Yeah.
Once you go 3 to 4, it depends, but yeah. I'd say for those, if you're a board gamer or interested in board games, and BGG is a really good way of like, oh, I'm interested in this game. If it's 1 to 3, that's a good start for like a beginning board gamer. If it's 3 and up, don't start with that as your
Can you type in Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion?
Yeah,
that's probably like a 3 point. That's probably like 3 point.
I don't think it's that
I think it's like probably like 3.8. I'm gonna try to guess.
It's one word.
I'm gonna try to guess their complexity.
What do you think it is?
I think the original
Jaws of
Gloomhaven
Lion.
is like 4.1, and this is 3.8. I said 3.8, so 3.64.
Yeah.
That's pretty high.
But then the first Gloomhaven is probably around a 4.
Yeah, so this was marked as like the easy version.
Yeah, this
It
is
is
this
the-
is the beginner friendly version.
Yeah.
That's
And I've
2017.
played this version. I really liked it. Yeah, so this
3.9.
one's right, almost
Yeah.
very much
Yeah.
close
Wow.
to 4. I've played this, so I haven't played all of it, but it's
One-
Jaws of the Lion takes you through step by step.
Yeah, it like introduces every mechanic just little bit by little bit.
Which I thought was a great way to do it.
Yeah.
So I recommend it. If you're interested in Gloomhaven, I actually suggest you start with Jaws of the Lion first.
The real question is though, have you played Game Monopoly?
Oh my god.
Game Monopoly? What is Game Monopoly?
It's
we
exactly what
found
you
it.
think it is.
Gay Monopoly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying game like a,
No.
like a
No,
Nintendo.
no.
Game
So-
Monopoly.
No, so what's Gay Monopoly?
It's Monopoly, but gay.
And it's
What are the
circular.
properties?
Well, I guess it's just normal Monopoly, but a circular board.
yeah,
Because there's no squares.
Yeah. It's because it's not straight.
yeah.
I guess
So it's like, so if there was like someone who I guess had only played board games like, you know, Monopoly, Risk,
Sure.
all like the, you know, well-known mainstream ones. What is that? What is the gateway? What is the gateway board game? Would you think to get into the whole like board game culture and the board game world?
That's a good question.
What's Risk? What weight is Risk at?
My guess, don't. I'm gonna guess it's probably around 2.
Oh wow.
Wow. This is a whole new game now. All right, pick one more game. I'll see if I can guess the complexity rating.
Slay the Spire.
That's probably like 3.7.
Slay the
3
Spire.
No,
Slay.
3.5. That's my guess. Slay the
3.5?
Spire.
Slay the Spire.
Yeah, Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
3 point what?
5.
2.
No.
wow.
Okay.
Wow.
You know, that makes sense because it's actually not that crazy once you get into it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I think I just told people when I played it, I was like, we'll come across it when we come across it.
Because
Yeah.
I will say, especially like Slay the Spire versus Gloomhaven, did feel like a big step up in terms of like
It is a big
learning.
step up, for
but
sure.
but not so much the complexity; it was just the amount you needed to learn from that. Because I would say before doing this, I'd only really played party games and you know the normal board games. This was personally my gateway board game. Now that I've gotten more interested in it, but if I didn't have Connor, I would not know.
Oh, he spread this. To
Yeah,
me,
exactly.
Because I didn't know we were gonna like when you because when I went to your house,
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
Sure.
Because I thought I was gonna pick the stuff up, we're gonna play some games, and I'll be like, all right, man, see you later.
Yeah.
But then we started playing, and then I was like, holy fuck, it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I came over at like 12.
Yeah.
yeah.
And this says 30 minutes to 150. It was like we were going for ages.
Yeah.
It was longer than this, I feel like.
Well, did we learn it? Or had I played it already?
I think you'd.
I forget if that was my first time. No, it wasn't. I don't think so. But anyway, it was something where, you got to teach that usually.
Yeah.
I also, these playing times are always a fucking lie. Like, it's not 30 minutes for this
Yeah,
game.
it's-
Yeah, if you're
there is-
dog shit. If you die in the first, like, map or whatever.
Yeah.
I always tell people, if you see, like, 30, like, double it easily.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. This is
like
doubling
it doesn't include them learning the rules. It
Yeah.
doesn't include
Yeah.
setting up the board. Shit
Yeah.
like that.
So how did you get into board games? Like what started this like obsession?
The first board game that really got me into was Forbidden Island. If you want to look it up,
Forbidden Island.
Forbidden
Yeah.
Island. Look it up, Kai.
What's that one
I
about?
bought it on a whim. Back when I was going to Otakon.
Oh,
Did any of you go to
shit.
Otakon?
I remember Otakon. I've never been
back when
personally.
it was in Baltimore. So I just was with some friends at Barnes and Noble,
Right.
And I saw this game on the shelf. And I was like, "Hey, the cover's cool. maybe it's gonna be some stupid game, you know, but it might be, you know, good for a laugh.
Yeah.
And then it's actually very fun. And I still would recommend this to people who have never played a board game. It's just a co-op game, which you're going around, you're trying to pick up these artifacts, and like the island is like sinking like as time goes on, and it's like, all right, race, can you get there, grab that thing, let's get in, get to the ship and go, or whatever. There's like 4 of these. It's like Forbidden Island, Desert, Sky, and I think Jungle is the newest one. But yeah, like it's just, this made me go, oh shit, like board games can actually, they're not just like, you know, for kids, like, you know, shitty Monopoly or whatever.
Yeah.
And this one's not hard to learn, and it's very exciting, like especially with your first time playing. So like this was a good one. To answer your question before, like I think I talked about this maybe the last time I was on, but like Pandemic is a good one. Ticket to Ride is fun.
Oh, Ticket to Ride.
Yeah,
we played Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, there's just like, you know, ones that are not crazy complicated, and you know, just fun. You guys ever play The Mind?
I've never played that. No.
I would pay money, and maybe your Patreon would, to pull up The Mind.
Oh God, what is this? This sounds intense.
The Mind.
Mind.
Yeah.
2018.
So it's just a
Ooh.
deck of cards. I think it's like 1 to 100. Yeah, 1 to 100.
Yeah.
And you randomly get dealt numbered cards. You can't talk, and you have to play them in numerical order without fucking up.
I have played this.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
It's just, so in the first round, you each get dealt one of the random 1 out of 100 cards. Oh, I should just carry games with me all the time.
I
just
played,
to force people to play them.
I played this game, but I think it was like a different name or something. Or there was like a Japanese version. Or
Oh,
something.
maybe. Okay.
Yeah,
What
but
do you
it
think
was,
of it?
Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
Yeah, especially when you have like quite a large number of people as well, like
Right.
5-6 people.
Sure.
It just becomes chaotic.
It sounds very stupid, but yes, you each get a card, and you just have to put them on the table
Just telepathically figure out.
without communicating.
Without
Well,
talking to each
surely
other.
you would just always play your lowest card, right?
But so for example, let's say I had a 40 and you had a 12. Let's say he had a 30. He had a.
Oh, it's not
play
like in
yours.
order. Oh, so you have to just
You
be
have to
like,
play yours first. You have to like read the vibes of people.
you have to look
Yeah.
around and be like, I think.
oh, but we won't
might,
have all of the numbers.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's like, I
that's
think
cool.
I have
That's cool.
12. I think I might have the lowest number.
Because
Oh.
what it is you start, if you play with the same number of people or the same people over and over, you start to go, oh shit, like Connor like rushes or something, right?
Yeah.
Like he's always like going way too fast.
Yeah.
Like you put down a fucking 30, like it's way. So then the next time you play, it's like, all right, he's probably gonna jump the gun, so I got to put my card out fast. You know,
Yeah.
it's you're just
Oh.
sensing
Yeah,
the
just
vibe.
reading the room.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that one is
Love to
very
get
fun. Yeah,
Okay,
and then
yeah,
so
let-
in
let the
each
cards out.
level
Yeah.
you go up. You know, level 2 you each have 2 cards. And
Right.
The final level for 4 players is 8 cards each.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And what's funny is, and then you have like a certain number of, you can mess up like a certain number of times. There's also
Yeah.
like an item you can use where if you all agree and raise your hand, you can all discard your lowest card.
Yeah.
So to make it to like, if you're like, shit, we're gonna like lose the game, let's use one of our
Right.
throwing
Right.
stars.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's neat.
Yeah,
That
this
looks really awesome.
This game, what's funny, it's really hard, and I've only beaten it like maybe like a handful of times with friends. But when I visited my family one holiday, I got it on a whim, and we beat it first try. And my family was like, "Oh, this is not hard," and it's just a cute game. I was like, "No,
You're like pulling your
I was
hair
like, "Are you
out.
kidding me? This is like crazy hard." But
So you're like a board game sommelier. You're like, I think this is a great time for a
I
2013
actually
vintage.
do take pride in. I mean, so what's a you know, not to talk only about board games.
Well, no, we
Oh,
got plenty
I
of
would
time.
love
We got
to.
plenty of
'Cause,
time.
I feel like we've played more since.
What's a type of game experience you're looking for, or a game you like, or something?
I'd say like right now, I would say I don't have too much experience, but
Sure.
the Slay the Spire was so much fun. Mostly because it was the first time I played a cooperative kind of like it was almost like turn-based card game.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm used to like competitive card games, so
Okay.
it was the first time that I was working together with a team
Got it.
to clear something, and that was a really cool feeling. It felt like playing a co-op game.
Aeon's End.
Aeon's End.
AEON.
I bought this because you recommended
Did you
it.
play it?
I haven't played it yet. We're gonna do a night.
So
we'll
it's
play it.
a deck building game, co-op
Okay.
game where you're trying to beat a boss, and it sends out like these monsters, and it's a little I'm gonna try to guess. It's probably 3.4.
The Aeon's End.
Yeah, there you go.
Aeon's End.
3.4.
Oh shit!
Oh,
2.81.
shit, okay.
Wow. I am over.
Well, maybe they've had to like power creep it. You know? So they've had to bring down the scores.
Yeah.
People have gotten
Interesting. Anyway, yeah. So it's about around a 3. So it's actually
Okay.
not too bad.
Yeah.
But it's a deck. You ever play a deck building game like Clank or actually Slay the Spire?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Slay
Slay the
Spire,
Spire,
yeah.
deck building game.
So it's a similar kind of thing. You're working together. However, you don't shuffle your discard pile.
Okay.
So it's part of the strategy.
Right,
Is
right,
like
right.
as you put cards in your discard pile, when you run out of cards, you just take it and put it
Back in your
face
hands.
down.
Okay.
And so
in
it beca-
order.
Yeah, you don't mix it.
Oh wow.
Oh,
and so
okay.
it becomes this thing you can kind of make like combos and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah, yeah.
if you play the cards in the right order, knowing when you draw your hand
that's
later,
cool.
those cards will come
Okay.
back.
All right, let's play it then.
That
I
sounds
bought
pretty
it.
cool.
I have it.
All
in
right,
my
let's
arm.
do
I
it.
sent,
Next.
I sent him a list of.
Yeah,
you
you-
messaged me, and I was like, I think I said Clank Catacombs, maybe.
You did. There was some that I couldn't find online, or I couldn't find. There was some that had like 19 different like legacy version limit. Like,
Oh, yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, what the fuck? Which one do I get? I got the Dune one that you recommended.
Oh, Dune Imperium. Yeah,
That looks complicated, but it looks fun.
It's beefy, but it's great.
That looks really fun.
Yeah, I want to play that.
The Dune one was it like 3.4?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
It's like Dune, just Dune.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
That one is worker
Dune
placement. Do you guys
Imperium.
know worker placement?
No, but I've really wanted to do a worker placement.
Yeah,
I've
it's basically
heard of
just you got a bunch of guys, you put them on a thing, you do the thing.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one looks awesome. I really want to do this one with the boys. And then I bought the zombie one.
Oh, Zombicide.
Zombicide.
Okay, that's fun too.
which you also recommended.
That's just like dice chucking, like, kill zombies, try to cooperative game. It's
it looked
great.
awesome.
Yeah. It's great.
Zombicide?
Yeah,
2012.
Zombicide.
Yeah, I definitely do like the RNG aspect of like dice throwing games for sure. That's why I love like Risk. As well.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You know, because it's just like you can strategize, but if your RNG
But I feel
is
like
bad,
Risk RNG levels out because you dice roll so often.
Yeah.
that you do kind of get the average.
Well, I think it's a good.
But it's, you know.
it's a good balance of like having that random element, but you do it enough times that you can. Percentages are on the side of the right
I completely
place.
disagree. Risk sucks.
You think so? We had a great time playing Risk.
That's good. I'm happy for you. I played the Risk Legacy. Legacy games?
no.
Legacy games are the ones where it's a campaign and you permanently change the board.
Oh.
So it's like, imagine Risk, but like, hey, depending on how shit went down, a sticker might go on this country.
Right.
Or like you rip up this card or whatever. So that's Legacy games. And Risk Legacy, it was the first Legacy game.
Right.
It was pretty fun, but I kept rolling fucking ones. And it was like, what planning can I do if I'm just going to roll ones all day?
I think that's kind of fun though.
It's funny. Yeah, I didn't have a bad
it's
time.
funny
with it.
when it's not happening to you.
Yeah. But it is something that that's why a lot of games move away from pure dice rolling.
Yeah.
But we played it again a second time, and because none of us would kind of work together, one of us just became too powerful and just steamrolled everyone.
I
Yeah.
see.
Because no one refused to cooperate
Yeah,
to kind of make
exactly.
alliances, so it kind of just it fell apart.
Gotcha.
But man, no, damn, I really want to get into more board games, but it's like hard because you got to like do like a whole day basically. I feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's definitely like I think the biggest thing that puts people off is, especially for some of these bigger ones, it's definitely a commitment because you are sitting there for like 3-4 hours sometimes,
And you have to get people to come over to do it as well.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
And
stick
pay
around-
attention.
And pay
And pay
attention.
attention.
Yeah.
I have a very hard rule of, unless it's an emergency, put your fucking phone away. Like I'll ask if someone has their phone out. I'll be like, "Oh, is it an emergency?" They go, "No."
Just smack it out of there.
I'll just go. I'll wait. Because I think be in the moment. Be in the moment.
I didn't even realize I didn't use my phone.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well, that's because the game was so fun.
Yeah, it was just so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I couldn't stop.
Listen, I'll pull it out if someone's taken like an hour on their turn. I'm like, yo, okay, and that's
Yeah.
rare. Usually, I will just sit and just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
But sometimes if it's like, yo, you need to hurry the fuck up. But
Yeah.
that's like a 1% like of the time. I
Yeah.
don't know. For me, it's like that's what I love about board games. It's a social experience,
Yeah.
right? And usually, even if it's not your turn, it's fun to see what other people are doing or give them shit or like
Yeah.
just like talk like so. I try to let's just
be in the moment.
Yeah.
be in the moment.
You can be
Yeah.
on your phone whenever you want.
Also, I can't imagine how fucking infuriating it is to like spend like a good 10 minutes explaining the rules, and someone's like,
I wasn't listening, sorry.
can you explain that again?
Exactly. So yeah, that's usually just what I ask of people. But usually, if the game is really fun, you don't even look.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
need to.
I mean, the only times I think we were looking at our phones is to check the rules.
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
And there's always
Or I
that
bought
one.
like the audio companion that would like narrate.
Oh,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah.
For which game?
For Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I bought the narration thing, so I was like, fuck it.